Here we have one of the most controversial pieces of equipment, one used for both efficient and effective killing, and the protection of livelihood. The handgun remains a staple of deadly political topics and has, to no one's surprise, been put to the test in multiple court situations. 2008, the Supreme Court upheld the individual's dangerous right to carry handguns under the conditions that it was for self-defense and service with the militia in the District of Columbia versus Heller case.
The script doesn't say dangerous.
Well, some would say that dangerous is a relative term.
Close enough.
Oh my. Unfortunately for the citizens of the District of Columbia, the ruling was on shaky ground and still hotly debated afterwards. It wouldn't be long after that a second case would emerge. Some areas in particular felt the importance for defense. In one city, Chicago, communities became filled with gangs and drug dealers. Break-ins and robberies were common occurrences, and as any well-protected American citizen does, Chicago residents sought to buy handguns, only to be promptly turned around by Chicago law, banning the purchasing of handguns.
Kinda sus.
Someone's clearly forgotten what it is to be an American.
To be an American is to be born in the United States, and thus a citizen, or to have applied for citizenship and have been approved by the government.
You don't buy shooty metallic bits for annoying people.
Well, yeah, only the dangerous ones, of course.
Anyways, a few people, including a man by the name of Otis McDonald, decided that they wanted guns, so they went to court. The court was like, well, too bad, so sad. Chicago is the boss. McDonald didn't like that, so he went to court again. The Court of Appeals for the Seventh Circuit says, sucks to be you. And McDonald didn't like that either, so he gathered his supporters, the Second Amendment Foundation, and the Illinois State Rifle Association, and cried to the court again, this time at the Supreme Court.
Dude, just stick to the script. McDonald doesn't cry, he's a strong man. Besides, I would want a gun too if people are shooting at my neighborhood.
At this moment, I would like to conjure an image in your minds. An image of a screaming toddler begging for his preferred parental unit. Mommy! 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 In this case, however, there is a modification to the characteristics of the toddler. He is old and he likes guns.
Anyways, after whining about the handgun ban for so long, the Supreme Court pulls a no you and decides Chicago was unconstitutional with the handgun banning. The result? McDonald can buy a shooting machine and endanger society.
Bro, you're missing all the details. You didn't even talk about why.
It's not right for the people to need a handgun in self-defense, since the Second Amendment only applies to a militia. It is not fundamental for Americans to have guns as tools for self-defense.
What do you mean? Have you even read the Bill of Rights? Come on, man. You don't even belong in America.
Who are you to accuse me of being un-American?
Pretty sure I'm Ian.
I'll look it up right now.
So you don't even have it memorized.
Why would I memorize it when I have Google?
Probably a Russian spy too, not gonna lie. Communist.
To be a Russian spy, one must beat Putin in arm wrestling match.
It's the Second Amendment.
Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of every state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It clearly says well-regulated militia, not personal defense. Police exist for a reason.
One-man army.
I'm gonna fight him off. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back.
Anyways, you skipped over the important details. Give me the mouse.
Wait, how did you threw a call?
Don't worry about it. The bigger issue at hand here for the Supreme Court is whether or not the state of Chicago's ban on handguns is unconstitutional as protected by the Second Amendment and incorporated by the 14th.
14th Amendment. Isn't that the one that grants citizenship to everyone born in the U.S.? What are you gonna do? Shoot them too?
No, something else. Let's see. Oh yes, this thing. Due Process Clause. According to the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment, the government cannot take away citizens' rights like life, liberty, and the pursuit of, property without due process of law.
Okay, well, that's kind of obvious.
Well, yes, but there's another thing here. Let me see. Oh yes, Privileges and Immunities Clause. Says here, citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. But this issue doesn't deal with the incorporation of the Second Amendment by those two clauses. That was solved in the 19th century. Besides, how do you even know what the Second Amendment was made for?
Just reading what it says.
It clearly doesn't protect the private right to self-defense with guns. No one has even agreed on that fact.
Yeah, only the Supreme Court's decision and all true Americans.
I think you mean insane Americans.
To be an insane American, one must wave a Confederate flag from the back of one's truck and insist that the South will rise again.
Whatever. Anyways, the point is the decision was made in a 5-4 vote, and my man Otis was granted the right to defend himself. The case was actually pretty significant, though, and set a firm establishment for the proof of legality behind privately owned guns for lawful purposes like self-defense. And the NRA elected, so that's cool.
Nationally ridiculed association.
Alright, Russian spy, let's finish up this project.
Fine. So the case goes to be important on gun legality and protection of the Second Amendment, but ultimately there is a necessity for more cases and decisions to be made to either ensure the insanity of buying guns or become sensible and ban them. The public remains separated on such a hotly debated topic. And although McDonald versus Chicago set a precedent for gun rights, modern times beg for the question to be asked yet again.